and half a litre in the morning, afternoon and evening to improve hydration levels. Before the game starts, warm up with the team to get out ready for the game and prevent any muscle injuries which may occur. Match from 6 till 9 in the evening. This keeps your CV endurance fitness level at a good level, and your match fitness is the tactical alertness in the game, as well as CV endurance specific to a netball and muscle endurance. Wednesday, week 1 stretches plus standing quad and hip flexor stretch, lizard pose and pigeon pose. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds. Repeat 2 more times to improve flexibility in the calves, hamstrings, quads and hip flexors. Training from 7:30 to 10 p.m. This helps your CV endurance specific to a netball and muscular endurance. Thursday, early morning static stretching. For the warm-up, I will get my clients to do a jumping over a line, firstly with 2 feet going backwards and forwards, then with 2 feet going side to side, then 1 foot going forwards and back, and finally 1 foot going side to side. This will add a level of difficulty to the warm-up, also raising their pulse whilst keeping it interesting for my client. Today we will be working on aerobic capacity, which you will swim for 10 minutes, then have a break for 6 minutes, using the FIT principles to increase the intensity. This is due to in a netball game being 15-minute quarters, but 5 of those minutes would be resetting for the next play or when the ball goes out of bounds. I would be getting you to perform at 60% of your maximal heart rate to maximize your cardiovascular training and improve aerobic capacity. Friday, static stretching as usual. For the warm-up, we will be doing a warm-up zigzag drill, where cones are set out in a zigzag pattern to the halfway line on the right and left side. My client will have to run through the zigzag there and back with a 5-second rest once he gets back to the start. Repeat this 2 more times. This will make the client ready for the session by making the muscles more flexible, meaning there is less chance of getting injuries. We will be working on power by doing explosive lunges for 2 minutes with a 5 kilogram weight. Then she will have a 40-second rest. Repeat this 2 more times. Using the FIT principles, by decreasing the resting time, we will increase the intensity for the training session. Week 1 stretches plus standing quad and hip flexor stretch, lizard pose and pigeon pose. Hold this for 30 to 45 seconds and repeat it 2 more times. Saturday. To start off with, we will do a warm-up, which will consist of static stretching and PNF stretching, which will be targeting the muscles that we will be working on in today's session, preventing any pulls or muscle tears. My client will be working on muscular strength today by doing weightlifting. She will start with a 6 kilogram weight. We will first start by doing 30 bicep curls with a 30-second rest, and she would do 5 sets, which will improve the muscular endurance in her arms. Then she would try do tricep extensions, 30 reps of 5 sets, which with a 40-second rest. Then using the leg extension machine, we will do 30 reps of 5 sets with a 40-second rest. The weights will be 10 kilogram, and those will be adjusted depending how easy or hard it is. Sunday, recovery day, to help repair muscles and stretching. to maintain the continuity in the flexibility training to loosen the muscles. Client 1 Exercise Program Week 3. Daily stretches and 2 liters of water per day continue again this week. The flexibility this week focuses on the lower back, so the progression this week adds 3 new stretches to weeks 1 and 2 stretches. As before, each stretch should be held for 30 to 45 seconds and repeated 2 to 3 times. It is important to stretch the lower back to keep muscles and ligaments flexible, allowing a full range of movement. It reduces stress on joints and improves blood flow and supply of nutrients to the body. It reduces the risk of stiffness, injury, and pain. Monday. Progression from previous weeks to include week 1 and 2 stretches plus the new lower back stretches. Child's pose. Kneel on the floor and sit on your heels so that your big toes are together. Separate your knees hip width apart. Bend forward. Let your torso drop between your thighs and your forehead touch the ground. Your arms can be by your sides, palms up or extended overhead, in which case your palms are facing down. 2 knee twist. Lie on your back and bend your knees towards your chest. Try to keep the upper back in contact with the floor. Then lower your knees to the floor on the right. Hold before bringing the knees back to the middle and repeating the same thing on the left side. You can either extend your arms as a T or rotate your arms in the opposite direction of your knees each time. Lastly, total back stretch. Using a fence or a park bench for this stretch, holding from it with your both hands, press the shoulders and hold torso towards the ground. Keep the legs straight. Hold all stretches for 30 to 45 seconds and repeat them 2 to 3 times. The netball match from 8 till 9:30 p.m. will help improve CV endurance and muscular endurance. Tuesday. Stretching in the morning for 10 to 15 minutes to improve whole body flexibility. This allows for loosening of your muscles and prevents injury. Hydration as per and the daily routine. 1 glass of water, about 250 milliliters at breakfast, night, and half a litre in the morning, afternoon, and evening to improve hydration levels. The warm-up with the team at the beginning of the game should consist of dynamic stretches followed by a game-like drill to elevate the heart rate and prevent any muscle injuries which may occur. Match from 6 till 9 in the evening. This keeps your CV fitness at a good level and your match fitness in the tactical alertness in the game, as well as your cardiovascular endurance specific to netball and muscular endurance. Wednesday. Early morning static stretching for 5 to 10 minutes. Say after our 10-minute warm-up, stretching following our flexibility training program, followed by a short session working on speed by doing 10 reps of 3 sets of deadlift with 30 kilogram weights. The deadlift is a good exercise to use as it engages all the major muscle groups working your core to maintain balance and your lower and upper body, including your back muscles. Following this, we will do slow squats for 10 reps of 3 sets, which will have 8 kilogram weight. Squats build your leg muscles, quads and hamstring and calves in particular, alongside whole body workout for muscles. 1 glass of water, about 250 milliliters at breakfast, night, and half a liter in the morning, evening, and afternoon. Training from 7:30 till 10 p.m. This helps your cardiovascular endurance, specific to a netball player, and muscular endurance. Thursday. Continue with the morning and evening stretches. My client will start by doing fartlek training to increase their aerobic capacity. I will get my client to walk for 5 minutes, then light jog for 5 minutes as a warm-up exercise. Then increase the intensity by flat out running for 10 minutes. You will repeat the process 3 times. We will do this because the walking for 5 minutes is a break. The 5 minutes jogging is the time when you are jogging back to the halfway line to reset the game, and the 10 minutes sprinting simulates the 10 minutes of an actual netball game. Friday. Week 1 and 2 stretches plus lower back stretches. Child pose, 2 knee twists, total back stretch. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times to help increase range of motion and flexibility. My client will be working on power today by sprinting with a band wrapped around her. After the warm-up, light static and dynamic stretches, followed by the cone game. She will start on the baseline, and I will wrap the band around her waist, and she will sprint from one end of the hall to the other. This will improve the power in her legs, mainly the quads, which will help to get into space with more explosive power, to be free first for the pass and to move down the court faster. We will go there and back 5 times to increase the intensity. I will put more resistance on. Saturday. The warm-up day will be a zigzag drill to get the body ready for the exercise and prevent injuries. My client will be doing muscular strength by doing resistance band training. The first drill will wrap the band around your ankles, then she will do crabs to the halfway line and back. She will do all of these band exercises 5 times, then she will put the band above her knees and do lunges out to the halfway line and back. Then standing still, she will put the band around her knees, then do 20 squats, keeping her knees apart. The band is resistant. She will do this 15 reps of 3 sets. These drills will improve the muscular endurance in her legs, making it easier for her to jump and run faster for longer periods of time when playing, which is especially important for a centre in netball, as you have to run all over the court. Sunday, recovery day with stretching to allow the muscles to repair. Client 1 exercise program, week 4. The flexibility this week focuses on the upper back and shoulders. This is an important area to improve flexibility, as it helps increase your overall strength and avoids ligament and joint injury. In week 4, the type of exercise is being increased as well as the duration. There are 3 new stretches to add to week 1 to 3 stretches. As before, each stretch should be held for 30 to 45 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times. Water intake can be increased this week to 2.5 litres per day, as the body has become accustomed to the 2 litres per day over the last 3 weeks.